I'm glad you prayed. Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. Guys, as I promised you, we're having a conversation with Ashley from Put a Ring on It. Now, I know you guys have been waiting for this one. You guys have been wishing, you've been telling me, Coach, get her on, get her on, get her on. We love Ashley, we love Ashley. Y'all don't love me the way you love Ashley. And I hear that, you know what I'm saying? But I have done the impossible. I've connected with Ashley and we have finally got her on the channel and we're going to have a real conversation. Now, I promised her that I wouldn't ask questions that will make us both cry, but I might break that promise. So, Ashley, how are you doing today?
I am blessed. I am doing really, really well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm alive, and well. So that's always a good start. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You look pretty today. I like the blue.
It's my favorite color.
Blue's my favorite color too.
See? Listen.
They don't know. They don't know. See, guys, this is why she like Kwame. Yeah, because I'm also Kojo. Y'all know it's Ghanaian names, named by the day we're born on. So y'all already know.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah. Kwame is Kwame is it Saturday? I think it might be Saturday.
They did tell me that on Twitter. It said it was Saturday. And then
yeah, Saturday.
For some reason, because I was born on a Sunday.
Oh, so I don't know what the girls are. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend that if I do that, I'm gonna embarrass myself.
On Twitter. I don't know.
Oh. It is what it is. All right. Let me kick it off by asking a question because I need to make sure and vet you that you're actually a human being.
Okay.
So the question is, cereal or the milk goes in the bowl first? Which one?
Cereal goes in the bowl first.
Let's terminate this interview right now, guys.
Wow, hold on.
Let's terminate this interview.
Right mind puts milk in before cereal.
Every human being?
You don't even know how much cereal you're about to put in this bowl. So what I don't know.
You should know this by now, Ash. You're lucky you passed the test. We appreciate that. Number 2 question. My second question, just to make sure you are human, you are who you say you are.
Okay, let's see. What?
I have a riddle. And the riddle is, if there are 3 oranges and you take away 2, how many will you have?
Okay, say it one more time.
If there are 3 oranges and you take away 2, how many oranges will you have?
If there are 3 oranges or 3?
3. 3. Girl, you better not.
Listen, I'm real clear. If there are 3 oranges and you take away 2, how many
oranges will you have?
What? I know it's there. Come on now. What are you talking? There are 3 oranges. Okay, you say it.
If there are 3 oranges and you take away 2, how many oranges will you have?
Oh, 2, because I took away 2.
Exactly. See?
So I had to have you say it again. Listen, scratch that first answer. Okay.
I'm playing. I said 1 as well at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said 1 at the beginning. But it's just a little rude, just to get the ice breaking in there, as they say.
Like
ice breaking.
Yeah. You think you slick?
Yeah. It's a Ghanaian in me. It's a Ghanaian in me. So, so Ashley, my first question to you is: who is Ashley, and what is Ashley's story?
Ashley is a woman from New Orleans. Okay, I am a Christian first. I love God, and of course, listen. And I am a fun-loving individual. I am a very creative person. I do love to act. I love to sing. I love to do all that kind of stuff that comes with creation. I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest amount of time. But I'm just a fun-loving person. I love to have good energy around me. I am very sensitive to energies too. I feel like I'm an empath at times. I can feel emotions and their energies, and I react off of that a lot. But I am, like I said, I'm a fun-loving type of person. I like to have a good time. I like to clown around, and I don't like to be serious when I want to
be. I love that, and I appreciate that. So, Ashley, what would you say is a life-changing moment for you?
A life-changing moment
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Yeah.
I would definitely say one of the moments that has changed my life forever is the day that my dad died.
Okay.
Um, he died. I was actually on a ship. I was on a cruise when my dad died,
Sorry
and
to hear that.
I um I was supposed to go see him. Hollywood actually was telling me like, go see your daddy, go see your daddy, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see him when I come back home. I'm gonna go see him when I come back home. Never, not even knowing that I was never gonna get that opportunity. And it changed my life. It really did. It changed my life. So a lot of the times I like to seize moments. Whatever I'm doing, I like to be present in
Mhm.
that moment. I like to focus all of my energy and my attention on what I'm doing at that moment and to be great. And so that has definitely changed my life.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So I get this lovely, bubbly, vibrant energy from you all the time. Were you like this when you were a child as well? Is this
Yeah,
how Ashley was?
of
What was
course.
your childhood like?
It was fun. I think I was a little bossy though as a child. I mean that's
Mm-mm,
what I told. I don't really see it.
mm,
A bit. No, but I'm just like I've always been bubbly. I've always been this fun type of person. You know, I'm a summer baby, so I always like to be swimming in the water. Like I've always been this type of person. I loved all kind of activities. Volleyball, I was basketball, cheerleading. I just love to have like good times. You know, that's my whole thing, creating good memories.
mm. Okay, I like that. And describe your. Oh, did it
You're going
go?
going back to robot.
Oh, is it
Oh,
going off?
I hear you. I hear you.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, you good.
Cool. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh Lord. Um. Oh, 3 words.
Go. How many
I
words you
wish somebody
want?
else to describe me in 3 words. I don't know, cause I am fierce.
Mm.
I am impactful,
Mm-hmm.
and I am beautiful.
I
And
love that.
I'm talking about the inside.
I love that. I love that. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Cool. I think we've got the little. I like to get the little what we call the little tidbits out the way for us before we get into the segue of conversation. You know what I mean?
Here you go. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
let me sit up straight. Let me get this. Let's go.
So, Miss Ashley, I'm going to say that. What was your reasoning for entering the show of Put a Ring on It for you?
For me, I felt like I was stuck. You know, being in a relationship for 9 years and kind of, I felt like I was just going through the motions at this point, just letting life happen. And like I told you, I don't want to be like that. I want to be in the moment. I want to be intentional about my decisions, intentional about how I live my life. And so by me feeling like I was stuck, I felt like I needed to do something different to get a different result.
Mm.
And I felt like, let's try it. Let's see what could go wrong?
Okay, okay. So you're saying that basically in a relationship you felt a little bit stagnant,
Mhm.
and that kind of just the kind of the push that drove you towards Put a Ring on It. What were you actually expecting from the show when you were going to enter Put a Ring on It?
I was expecting to get some clarity, just to, get some tools that I could use to kind of help me be unstuck.
Mm.
Because I don't like it. I don't like wasting any more of my time. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just try something different to get a different result. Like, all honesty, I wanted that clarity. And so that's why I kind of forged forward with doing that. And that's what I wanted to get out of this experience.
Love that.
Hmm.
What would you say for you was causing the stick? So you said obviously you got to a point where you were stagnant. What do you think was the boulder that was kind of holding up the water from really flowing for you in that relationship?
And it's really weird. And I gotta give you kudos for this because I watched all of your reviews
Oh,
of
I appreciate
as
it.
they progressed. I watched every single one of them. And going into it, I didn't know. I didn't know what I knew that, Hollywood's hesitation towards getting married and stuff like that after surrounding the proposal. I knew that that was something that really jarred me in life, in this relationship. I knew that it jarred me and it kind of like put me in a spot where I was like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving until I see what I need to see. Because at the end, he was like, okay, I'm ready. But I'm like, I still haven't seen what I need to move. And at that moment, I didn't know what I needed to see. I used to tell him that. I'm like, I don't know what I need to see. I just have not seen it. But I say, I watched the reviews because it was certain things that you would say and it would resonate with me. And it clicks like, oh my God, that is what I needed to see. And I hadn't seen it. One thing you mentioned was it was like levels of apologies, certain different kind of apologies for different people, and people need certain things. And the apology that you even expressed that you felt that I needed was, when I tell you nail on the head, it was something that I needed. I needed him to sit in it. I needed him to apologize. I needed him to reflect on the damage that everything that he caused affects of how it affected me. And I needed him to not rush me and say, well, okay, but now how long I gotta wait? Like, it was all of that. And it was a lot of emotional maturity that I needed to see. I needed that emotional, and I didn't have the words to verbalize it. I know I wasn't seeing it, but then when it was said, I was like, bingo. Like, that is what I needed. So sorry I'm so long-winded.
No, don't be apologizing. We like the long-winded here. We like the long-winded here. Wow. Thank you for that as well. I appreciate that as well. And I think one of the things that really endears the audience to you is the honesty and the fact that, we can see that you're going through something and you're trying to find answers. And I think people always are drawn to that kind of honesty from people. And I think that's what we saw with yourself.
Thank you. I appreciated that. And that was my goal too. Coming on the show, I was like, people can get on TV and try to do certain things and appear a certain way, but I'm like, that hasn't gotten me anywhere. I want to be as authentic as I can be and give everyone a piece of me so they can really know that this is who I am. This is who Ashley is. And, like me, from being honest one way or the other.
I love that. One thing that I think you were saying, even I think it was a conversation between yourself and Dr. Nicole and Hollywood, was about when she kind of unlocked, and I thought it was so powerful. She unlocked it where she was like, where you felt almost angry at yourself for not being able to make a decision at a time that you felt was best for you. Then, when she unlocked that, what was going through your mind? How were you feeling? Like, because that was a powerful moment, I thought.
It was extremely powerful. And that was another, I would say definitely another time where I didn't know something. Like, I felt it, but I didn't know it to verbalize that. And when she said it, I was like, oh my God, where did she come from? Like, it really felt like she opened a door. And it kind of gave me some clarity on that. I'm just not upset with him. Like, that anger, that's why I couldn't do it. He would apologize, but it's not that. I was really upset with myself. For not leaving. And that was so true. That was so true. When I tell you it hit home like nothing, it was like, oh my God, just like bricks just fell on me. Cause I'm just like, this lady, and that's something with Dr. Nicole too. She could see through to your soul. And I'm like, how does this lady do this? Like, every time she come out, I would be wanting to hide. Cause I'm just like, this lady is about to see me, like see me. And she would call you out, and I'd just be like, "Oh, this lady about to get me every time." But nah, that was a very eye-opening moment for myself. I think that was one of the key moments that gave me a lot of clarity. It gave me a lot of clarity when she said that.
Wow. And so obviously for yourself on Hollywood, when you guys you've been together for 9 years now. Where did you guys meet? Let's start from the beginning, girl. Let's go to the beginning, girl. How did he? Because I could imagine him making a move. So how did you and Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood, meet?
Okay, so we're both from New Orleans, but we didn't meet in New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina happened, and I moved from New Orleans to Houston, Texas, and he was already there. He had went to college there and everything, and so we were both at this sports bar watching a fight. It was a fight. I don't even remember who was fighting, but I didn't even see him there. Like, I was leaving and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, he is fine. Like, who is that? And so while I'm looking at him, he's looking at me like, roll the window down. Like, he's trying to talk. And so, we kind of exchanged numbers, and I could tell he's from New Orleans. His whole attitude, like everything, I loved it about him because he has this contagious, you see it, like he has this contagious, like, demeanor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, it was just fun loving. It was amazing energy. And we just talked from then. The next day we met up, and because he never saw me like from here down, but then after he was just like, oh, okay, you're kind of fine, girl. And I'm just like, listen, I just got out of a relationship. I don't have time right now. And that was our interaction. I was like, I love your energy, but I kind of want to just chill. I just got out of a 5-year relationship. And he was like, okay. But he was so persistent. He said okay, but his actions didn't show that. Like, I met him in May. My birthday was the next month. And so Hollywood is the type of person, he goes all out. He's extra, but he goes all out, especially if he loves you. And I met him May 7th. My birthday's June 21st. And
on 24th. Ooh. Hey.
Look, you
almost I almost got shook there. Go on, go.
Almost came into my no. But he asked me, he said, this is the part that I think I fell in love with him. He asked me, he said, can I have your birthday? And I was like, you don't know me though. Like, what do you mean? Can I have your birthday? Like, he was like, can I help you celebrate for your birthday? And I was like, okay. Like, thinking like, okay, it is what it is. Like, sir, I don't know you. Like, when I tell you, this guy surprised me with, well, first we went to a restaurant. He had them put my name and everything on the menu. And like, it was just amazing. I'm just like, oh my God, like, this man is crazy. Then he was like, I need to blindfold you. And I'm like, what? He took me to, it was like a karaoke spot. When I tell you, I made a song for my niece. It was a birthday song. The song was playing in the background. I'm like, how do you even know this? Like, you don't know anything about me. He had that song playing in the background. I opened my eyes. He had all of my friends whom he's never met. All of my friends, his family from out of town. Biggest surprise party I've ever had in my life. No lie. I was like, this man does not know me. But he put so much thought into me. I was like, oh my God, I love this man. I love him. And that's how we met. Like,
damn.
I know. He set the standard high. Like, I ain't even lying.
High. It's impossible.
Impossible. If it doesn't work with him after this, I feel sorry for you.
Girl, you're gonna have to give me some cats or something because it's done. Like, this guy put on a whole performance.
He did, and he never stopped. Every birthday after, he never stopped. That was one.
I love that,
and that's probably why I stuck in it so long, because he's so freaking. Anyway, go on.
I understand. No, I understand. So, obviously, when you guys met, give us 3 qualities of Hollywood that attracts you to him. I know the energy and everything else, but what 3 qualities about him attract you to Hollywood?
He's very affectionate. Affectionate. And it's crazy because he doesn't listen, but he's observant. Listen, but if or he'll pay, like, certain things he'll pay attention. So if I say my favorite snack is turtles, like, that's my favorite candy is turtles. This man will buy, like, he'll remember and get me turtles. Like, that's just, he's like that. And let's see what else. And he's the type of person that is, he's really sweet. He's sweet. He allows me to be mushy, and I like that because he's mushy too. He likes to be hard, like he's so hard, but he is such a, like he says, a puss cake. He's so soft.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing is, but I'm saying he's trying to act like he's not, and that's when the problem comes in. Trying to be all hard and beat your chest when you don't have to do that with me, So.
I appreciate that. No, and I do get that. I mean, his energy is downright outrageous, and I mean that, and not in the sense that it's even wacky. It's just the fact that he's able to channel this energy in a way that when you are watching him, you feel magnetized by the energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like when you watch him on the show, whether he's doing good, whether he's doing bad, you're just looking at Hollywood like Hollywood.
You can't stop looking. It's like a crash. You're just like, oh my God, what is he about to do? I know he gonna clown.
He's got good energy. So, girl, good luck to that one, because can ain't nobody beat that on your own on that one. So, okay, cool. I mean, and obviously with yourself and Hollywood, you obviously have been together for, like I said, 9 years. You've made an amazing impact. Yes. Can you give us because I'm trying to understand a timeline. I know you guys have kind of said it, a timeline. So how do we get to the point where we were 5 years in, and then there was 2 years and another 2 years? Can you break that down for us so we can understand a little bit about the timeline?
Yes. Okay, so here it goes. No,
Okay.
Yeah, no. The 5 years, we were together for 5 years. No lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. First, we gotta start with this. I'm gonna just show
Go
you
for it, go. Do your thing. Listen.
because 3 months in that we were seeing each other, before we even made it exclusive, 3 months in, this guy took me ring shopping. Okay?
Oh,
Like, I want to see what kind of
intentional.
no, it was a game. Okay? Hello.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Look,
I
I
think.
no, he got me too. Okay. So he took me ring shopping and was like, I just want to see what kind of rings you like, making me feel it like it was intentional. And I think he had good moments, but it is what it is. So 5 years in, we're having a good relationship, no lie, a great relationship. It was the best relationship I ever had. Traveling, doing stuff, like enjoying each other's company. It was the type of relationship where we really didn't argue. The only thing we really argue about is what we're gonna eat. Like seriously, like what you want to eat, what you want to like. That's literally our arguments. But at that time, I'm just like, okay, so we're so good and so happy. I had a conversation. I'm like, hey, sweetheart, like, what are we doing? Like, my thing is, I'm all about progression. I'm not even have to just be married. I just have to be. I'm not like that. But if we're going through this relationship, let's be intentional about what we're doing. And so he told me, he was like, I'm cool with where we are. And that should have just been it for me. For me, because I loved him, I was in love. And, I'm just like, well, what do you mean? That's not okay for me. Like, I want more. So if you don't want more, I'm perfectly okay with that. But just know that I'm not going to be here forever. And that's what I told him. I said, I have a day in my head where I said, you know what? If this man isn't moving and progressing, then I don't care how much I love you. I'm moving. And so he took that as an ultimatum, and which I mean, you take it how you want, but it is what it is. It made him move. The only problem with that, it made him move in a direction he wasn't ready for. He proposed on such a grand scale. Like,
how grand we talking here, girl?
He rented out a movie theater, and before the movie come on, you have the thing. He had one of our friends record him going to New Orleans, like doing all kind of stuff. He had a whole movie going. He had me come there, had it recording me, didn't even know. He had all of my friends and family behind me, had no clue. Did it on such a grand scale, and came out when it was time, like he was coming to the theater in the movie. He came out of the back and proposed. He gave me the ring that I wanted and the ring that he wanted for me. He gave me 2 rings. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, he did this. He's ready. Oh my God. So I went out. I got a dress, everything, spent too much money on it. Let one of my friends at the time help me pick out a dress. It was too high. I put money down on a destination wedding. And as it was going, Howard is very, like I said, for parties, for everything, he's very hands-on. He's very over the top. So because he wasn't really putting that energy in, I was like, I know something is wrong. And so the lady at the spot in Mexico, because I want a destination wedding, she was like, hey, this is your last day to let me know. If you don't want it, you're not going to be able to get your deposit after the date. So I went to him and was like, hey, what's up? Well, and he told me, I'm scared. I said, well, don't worry about it. I called, canceled everything. Here's your ring. Take it, whatever. And because we lived together, he constantly pursued me back. But then, and when he got me back, he started doing the pushing for it. I want it. I don't want it. Listen, I love you, girl. I prayed for you. Then it was like, you know what? I want to see other people. Like he kept, like when I tell you, Coach, he was doing it on a level to where it was like such a hard roller coaster for me. Like it was so hard. Like it was so very hard for me. But I loved him so much, so I stayed in it. I saw the potential. I saw the things we went through. And so I stayed. And I stayed because of a lot of factors. I had family members. I had people that were like, this guy ain't never marrying you. This guy ain't doing this. And I fought for him. People that prejudged him. He's not a good guy. I fought for him. So for me, it was like embarrassment. If I let you go, these people are going to be right. I can't let them be right. I'm a perfectionist and I hate to lose. Okay. I'm very competitive. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to let them see me fail. And so I pushed for him. I fought for him. I fought for us. And so all of that, he did that for 2 years. Like seriously, the back and forth. He started acting out. Never cheated. So I know. I'm a detective, so I don't know. Maybe. Look, if somebody knows something I don't, let me know. But So then after a while, I guess when he saw, which I realize a lot of times guys do that when they see that, you're a good woman, they know you're a good woman. But when they see you're at your end, they like try to hurry up and pull you back in before you go too far. And so I think he kept doing that to me. And then at the end, I just couldn't take it. So I was just sitting there. I was stuck. And then he's like, okay, well, I want it now. And the thing is, I just felt at the time, I don't know if I walk down this aisle, if you really going to be ready or not. And I'm going to clarify something too about my dad, where that comes in the timeline. My dad died. My dad died before that 5-year mark. My dad died, I think it was like within that first 2 years, 2 or 3 years, my dad died. But he told me, I asked your dad for your hand in marriage. And I'm like, so you asked my dad and then you waited 2 years for him to die?
Damn.
Me? So that is the part that hurt me the most, is because, like, don't even tell me that, because you said my dad gave you his blessing and you still don't propose? Like, I just felt like it was a game after a while. I just felt like it was a game. And I feel like I'm too good of that, like for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave you the best years of my life, and I fought for you. If anything, don't embarrass me. So, that last 2 years, and I don't even know if it was two years. It was probably like a year and a half. He's been really saying, let's do it. But I just, like I said, I didn't see what I needed to see. And so honestly, I was really hurt. Really, really hurt. That pain doesn't go away. Especially when you know how you were for someone and then for them to take advantage of that. I just feel like, you can say all day, I haven't seen anything successful, but you haven't seen $1 million. But if somebody or wanted to give it to you, you would take it because it's something you want. So I felt like if it's something you want, you're going to fight for me. You're going to fight for me. That fear, that your love for me is going to overpower that fear. And that's what I felt. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And I don't have to show you that. So yeah, it made me angry. It made me really, really angry. And then to see how he was doing on the show, it made me angry. Because I'm like, sir, I was ready for you. I was here. And this is what you do me? And now you want to rush me too? Sir, you're going to have to wait a second. And I'm not trying to even play catch back, but I'm like, let me get me together. You know what I'm saying? You wanted me to wait for you, so wait for me. Sorry.
Whew. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry on this channel. We want to be able to understand you as best as possible.
Yeah, I know.
Whew. I'm wondering how deep we're gonna get, because how deep we're gonna get with this one. So, whew, girl. Okay, so
everything you were saying, like you would say on that thing, it was 100% accurate, Lord. Like, I'm so serious. You got me.
Chase.
Anyway.
So for you, because we don't get all the story, we get parts of it, and then you kind of piece it together.
Yes.
So when you kind of realize that he's not being hands-on, how were you? I know that obviously you could tell, because you were obviously noticing the behavior was different.
Yes.
But what was really going through your head at that point in time, that 5-year mark, when I say 5-year mark, when he's now proposed and he's done the grandiose, proposal. He's made you feel like the most special woman in the world. And to be honest, this is not an unnatural behavior for him, because we've heard already this is something that he does.
Yeah.
So it's not unnatural.
Right.
And then you get to a point where you're starting to see that he's not as hands-on.
Yeah.
What's running through your head? Like, give us a little bit of a rundown in terms of what you're feeling, what you're thinking at that time.
Embarrassment. That is the main embarrassment, because you did this in such a grandiose way, but you did it in front of the people that said you would never do it, that you would never follow through with it. It's like you gave them something to talk about when it comes to me. And my thing is this: when anybody would say anything about him, I went to bat for him. I'm the type of person, if I love you, move out the way. I got it. Like, I'll take the bullets for you. And I felt like you let me take these bullets for you with no intentions on protecting me. So it was very embarrassing. When I tell you, it was embarrassing. It was hurtful. And it was just ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. Jesus, because I'm about to go. Look.
Go, you can go. Listen.
No, because it was embarrassing. I know the type of woman that I am, and I know what I deserve, and I know what I want. I want you to want me the first time. I want you to see me how you need to see me. Don't see me through somebody else's eyes, because another man is going to tell you, man, you stupid. You see this girl as a good girl. You stupid. I'm not that type of woman. You have to take care of me. You gotta financially take. I'm like, but for me to just open myself up to allow you to love me and to explain to you what I dealt with in the past with being taken for granted. And you do this. And I even told you, I said, the ex that I had before him, when I was moving on, he proposed. And I know he only did it because I was leaving. And I told him, I said, that was the worst feeling in the world. If you ever propose, never propose to me because I'm walking out of your life. And he did the exact same thing. So it was hurtful. It was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
Do you feel like because I feel like sometimes, you know, like what you're saying, I'm hearing it, and it's like, does it hurt more because you, like you were saying, when you are very loyal and you fight for people in a way that is different, like you make sure you cover all, you know, when the scripture says love covers a multitude of sins, when you are doing that for the other person and there's an expectation that you should do, as I'm batting for you, you should bat for me. And is that where you felt like there was a big letdown because you've been batting for him and that batting hasn't gone the other way?
Period, point blank. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like I said, you would allow me to take every bullet that I can for you, and you would not take even a spitball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like it was not the same. It wasn't reciprocated. You didn't have my back in that sense. Because if anything, you'd be like, I don't want her to look stupid. I don't want her to feel stupid. You know, if I wasn't ready, let me do this in the privacy of my own house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? But then you do it. And then on top of that, you do it. And then when that gets called off, around Christmas time, when I gave you the ring back, now you're going to propose again. But you're going to do it in front of your family now because some of your family wasn't there. For Christmas, had a whole thing. Let's go live. Let's do this. I'm going to get on my knee. And you did it again.
Twice?
You proposed twice.
Damn.
Right. And then the thing, my stupid self, that first time when you gave me both of those rings, I'm just the type of person like, you know what, babe? Let's give one of these rings back. Get the money back. And let's save it for the wedding. No, I should have kept both of them rings. I should have made you spend all of this money. But I'm so considerate. You know what I'm saying? But then you propose again. You do it in front of your family this time. And then you still go through the back and forth. And I'm just like, oh my. So it's exhausting. So you have to understand when he wants me to be so excited, I can't. Because you've done it twice already. You've done it twice. What you want me to do? But then now I'm looking at myself stupid. Like, okay, but Ashley, you're sitting here. You're sitting here. You're the one allowing him to do this to you. So then, I mean, at some point, I do have to take responsibility for it because he can only do what I allow him to do. And I've allowed him to do it.
Is that what, I guess, is that what then, that's what Dr. Nicole was kind of alluding to when you were saying that you, as you've come into that realization that partly you're accountable and then that anger is kind of, or frustration that you're feeling is because you know that obviously it's like almost like you're saying when something happens to you, it's like, why did I not see that at the time? Why did I not make a certain decision at that time? Is that, would you say that's a big regret for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. No matter how much I love him, I should have walked away the first time. Should have.
Hollywood actually said on the show as well, which I thought he said himself, and then I was really confused. It's like,
yeah. Oh, really? Oh, sir, you walked away. Bye. Peace out.
I just see that, and I was like, whoa, okay, so he knew, like, you know,
he knew it was wrong.
Okay, damn. Okay, so obviously,
hold on, let me call him right quick. I got some words for him.
Listen, get on the line if you want. Listen, I don't mind. We can do a little session right here. Listen, it's free of charge for me.
I gotta tell you about
I get it. I do get it. And obviously you spoke about the push and the pull effect as well. I think because oftentimes when I'm reviewing a show, I'm trying to get people to understand that when we try to understand people's life, it's not as simple as, oh, walk away. Like many people think that's the case, and then they get in a situation, they're like, why don't you walk away? And it's like, it's not that simple. When you love someone, you care for them, and you've put time, energy, money, resources, and you've put so much into that person. And it's not necessarily they've done you dirt. And when I say dirt, I mean they haven't cheated on you or anything like that. They haven't done the higher, you know, when we talk about rankings and them kind of things where someone can go, well, okay, but
Right.
it's like not that level on that such a thing, then
Right.
it's like harder to just kind of say, I'm done,
I'm done.
you
And
know?
that's true, and that's exactly what my struggle has been. You know, a lot of people, I'll read the comments and people be like, 9 years, God would have been like, yeah, but you're right. You don't know what you're gonna go through when you're going through it. And
Mm,
I love this man. I'm
mm,
in love with this man. You know what I'm saying? I think at a point when I walked into that relationship, I think I was emotionally starved, and Hollywood has a way of making you feel like
mm,
you are everything. So he fed me. I cannot lie. This man fed me support. He's very supportive. When I tell you anything I do, this man is there. You know, and he had so many good traits that I tried to overlook certain things. Like the red flags. Oh no, they're not red. They're like just pink. You know, like
yeah.
and you try to just say, okay, well, it's more good than bad, but it's just like after a while, it is what it is. So
When you said you came into a relationship emotionally starved, what does that mean?
the relationship I had before, the guy was he wasn't affectionate. I'm an affectionate.
Okay.
I like to hold hands. I like to express how we feel about each other. You tell me I'm beautiful. When I put something on, it's sweetheart, you fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he gave nothing. And so
Mm,
I was starved. I felt like I was emaciated. Like I really felt like I was like this big. And when I came in not having that, into somebody that's all they tell you, like you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are an amazing woman, you are talented, you are this. It's like it fed me. Like it
mm,
fed me for so many years of just being starved. Like I felt fat, like seriously, because he fed me so much. And it was what I felt like I needed. And he showed me this boy wasn't afraid to show me in front of everybody. Like he did not care. Like everybody was gonna know, you my woman, I'm proud of you, I love you. And that was stuff that, was important to me. It is important to me.
mm.
Mm.
I hear that. That's real. Because I think that's all. Like that is relationships like that where you don't get that, and like you said, you had a complete opposite where someone is kind of feeding, like you said, feeding. And you know, it's so funny because me and my best friend, I have a female best friend, and we that is the word that we used to joke about. It's like you feed me. You know what I mean? You provide a care and attention that makes me feel wanted as a human being, and we all want to feel wanted,
Of course.
desired, loved. You know what I mean? So, however we can get that, that is where we go to.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. And it is. And that's why too you'll see when I'll make reference to Kwame, like on our dates, when I say he does treat me like a queen or he does do this.
Mm,
Like the thing is, he'll get upset because he'll be like, "Whoa, I've been doing this for 9 years." And yes, you have, but that's not what I'm talking about. You're Kwame, he'll give this, but he's not giving all that pain that I've gotten from you as well. So the thing is, it's like it's refreshing, it's new, it's something different. And then because it is new, don't give me hell when I come home. Like what y'all don't realize is even in that episode, it's a lot of tension. There was so much
mm,
arguing that we did before, like so much, without giving things away. But it got to the point where I felt like Hollywood turned into this persona where he just was so extra. He's already extra, but he turned extra, extra.
mm,
And I think that fear of who Kwame represents, he couldn't express himself to say, sweetheart, this is really driving me right now. Like I can't take this. Like he turned it into, I don't need you. F this, F that. And I don't like that. Honestly, I'm not that type of person. Growing up, um, like I did, see where, guys would sometimes be verbally aggressive.
mm.
And that is something I didn't like.
Okay.
I made that clear to him. So outside of the show, he does not do that because he know that's what triggers me. I hate it. I never want a man like that. I don't want a husband like that. So for him to do that, that is when you'll see me start to cry or I'll get emotional because I'm angry. Like when I get angry, I cry. I'm not a violent person because even if I was, he would have got swung on a couple of times. But but when I get angry, I cry. And that's the only time because I feel like now you're violating me. You're violating.
Mm.
You know what hurts me. You know what pains me. And for you to do this, it's like you're disregarding me. You're disregarding my heart. And that's when, I would have issues with, when he would do that.
Wow. Oh, interesting enough, the last episode that we just had, where you are coming in to talk at the very end, where you guys are coming in for your group session. I don't know if you guys had an argument before, but you looked like you was pissed. Like
the whole. I wish I could say certain things.
I know you can't say that. Yeah.
But like I was. We had arguments every day. When I tell you, after every date, I would come home, and there's some behind the scenes stuff that they not. Of course, they don't have everything. We would argue. And I told you I feel energy, and I got to the point where I would literally like sit on the opposite ends of the couch, or I would go in another room, because the thing is, we would argue so much, and he would want to argue no matter how much I reaffirmed him. And I said, sweetheart, I don't care how much I like this guy, and I was very honest with him, which I know it hurts to hear your woman say that she likes somebody, but no matter how much I told him, like, I like him, but I would never pick this man over you. You my baby. I would never pick him over you. I love you. I like him. But I would never do that. Like, I tried to reaffirm, but it would not penetrate his soul. Like, he heard nothing. And so he would argue. And all y'all hear him saying is, all I want is you. But y'all don't hear him saying, I want a big booty stripper with low self-esteem. Can I go on my Instagram and I can find somebody that y'all can hook me up with that I actually like? Like, he didn't want to date other women because they weren't giving him what he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted to date. And he wanted to get that attraction and that connection. He just couldn't, because none of them fit what he liked. None of them, not a doggone soul. And they kept telling him, maybe do you realize that everything you describe and what you want, you have in Ashley? So maybe that's your lesson. But he didn't want that. He wanted the same experience I had. But all y'all see is, I don't want nobody but my girl. No, he was saying a whole lot more. Like, one of the times, I'm not even gonna lie. Now, this is a little thing that I'm telling you. But he actually told me, he was like, if I find somebody, show you how he would do me. If I find somebody that looked like you, that was comparable to you, that was comparable to you, then I'm leaving you. Like, he actually said that. And so my thing is, I know you don't mean it, but you're trying to intimidate me so I don't go on another date with Kwame. You're trying to do certain things, but my thing is, he would do stuff like that. So y'all saying, oh, he only wants you, Ashley. Why are you doing him like that? No, this man gave me hell. You hear me? The whole time. So yeah, when I came into that session, yeah, we had argument. We had a big old argument. It was to the point where I'm just like, don't touch me, don't breathe, don't look at me, sir. Like,
I don't know you right now.
I don't know you. Can I sit over there? Like, I was done. Because after a while, I feel like it's abuse at this point. It's abuse. Because you're doing this because you want me to have a horrible date. And that's not going to do that, because Kwame was giving me nothing but great energy. Like, no lie. He was laying it on thick. And of course he would. But I'm saying he was laying it on thick. So why would you send your woman out there to get this good energy from somebody else, and I'm going to give you this negative energy? Why? That's good.
I think obviously watching Hollywood and yourself, I think we kind of spoke, mentioned this when we were in the comment section. I think it's the very first one that you guys went on. And I could tell that obviously because of what Hollywood's experienced, how he sees a behavior, as soon as you are going on a date, he's seen as a detachment. Because whatever he's experienced with his mom and his father, that rejection that he's feeling, he's now projected onto your relationship. So any form of you seemingly creating any type of space actually promotes to him that you're leaving him, and that's to do with our attachment styles. But like you're saying, then it can become, because he's so high energy, so high octane, that also then becomes a negative, because that's how he's going to present the information.
Yes. And that's exactly how it was. And I'm just like, just because I like him don't mean I don't like you. Like, just because I don't love you, I'm just trying to do this experience, and it was so high energy. It got to the point where it was aggressive. Like, if they showed more conversations that we had in this house about the day-to-day, the weekly assignments that Dr. Nicole would be given, it was aggressive. Like, and I know they're not showing it because they, of course they
got a storyline.
Yeah, they have a storyline, but it was aggressive. And it got to the point where I was just like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Just send me on dates.
I get it. And to be honest, if someone pays attention enough, you do actually see that. And that's why I said, like, that first episode, I saw you shut down when you tried to bring the information to him. And I think some people don't understand. So like when we're talking about a healthy jealousy, there's a healthy line, and then there's a line where you're going to go too far.
Yes.
And I think he just at times doesn't realize that he's crossing that line and that boundary because it's about what he wants.
Jump clean over that line, okay? Because it's about what he wants. And that's my whole thing. Everything is not just about you. Like, it's not about you. Like, that's narcissistic behavior. Like, it's not just about you. And I would shut down because I feel like I would be talking and this guy would hear me, but he would not be listening. Nothing I said. Like, it would not go in. And regardless of what I would tell him, it was just like, don't embarrass me. Like, I'm embarrassed now. Like, and then he'd start puffing up. I'm just like, you know what, Jesus? I'm leaving it in your hands.
Well, I totally understand that. I totally understand it. Because obviously when we're talking about relationship, we talk about emotional safe spaces. And so whenever whenever you're with a partner, you want to make sure that even if we are arguing, we have an emotional safe space, which is that I can be able to, argue with you, but there are lines that we draw that keep us safe, you know? And once we go out of those lines, we're no longer safe. You know, so it's for anybody watching it as we're talking, we're trying to explain that when you're going outside of the lines of the lines that you guys have drawn together, that's what keeps you safe. Once they go out of that, you are no longer feeling safe.
And that was my experience for the majority of this thing. Like, so seriously, I didn't feel emotionally safe. I never even thought about it. Like, somebody was like, oh, are you scared of him? No, I'm not scared of him. And normally I'm the one that's going fireball, you know, and normally he's the one that's sitting there, but it was a total flip. You know, he would go and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna let you go because I'm not about to be looking crazy, because I'm not about to argue with you and you're not getting what I'm saying. Yeah, after a while it wasn't emotionally safe, and that's what I felt like I needed, that emotional safety, that emotional maturity, and I didn't see it. And so if I didn't see it, I'm not moving. Okay, I'm not.
I understand that. Obviously when you've connected now on your date with, before we got to Kwame, we had prototypes, girl. We had some good prototypes before that. I mean, the first guy seemed like you guys were connecting a little bit. I don't know how much you connected, but it seemed like he was connected. Odell Beckham.
Let me break this down. Like, for real, I'm so serious. I know that I'm a natural flirt. And everybody was like, nah, you was connecting with this one, this one. I connected to the point where, like, I can go on a date with a frog, okay? And I'm going to have fun because that's just who I am. I want to have fun. I want to have a good time. And I don't want to lead them on, but my thing is, I'm just thinking we just going to go. But after Dr. Nicole was like, nah, you trying to make a real connection. When I was like, I'm having fun, but it just wasn't that connect. It was like, I'm having fun. Y'all cool people. Like, but that's it. You know, and I do flirt. I'm not even gonna lie. I flirt. And they probably thought I was in love. Because all of the producers, even after, they were just like, I was like, y'all think I like him? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, nah, give me another date. Like, you know. That's how we are in New Orleans. Like, seriously, we can have fun with anybody. We're gonna make it a good time. The thing is, I had fun with Ray. He had great conversation, but that was just it. I'm not physically attracted. No lie. I'm too pale. I'm not physically attracted to light-skinned men. Like, unless you LL Cool J, okay? LL. But I like a little more mellow, okay? So they gave me Andre. Andre was bomb. I'm not even gonna lie. He has amazing energy. His energy was bomb, and I think because he was a Gemini. But
Two Geminis crazy though.
You hear me? Listen, nah, I'm not crazy though. Now let me say, look, I'm on the cusp, so I take the good from the Cancer and the Gemini.
Go for it, girl.
And then Charles was cool too, but it was just a little too chill. Like, you can't come from Hollywood and go too chill. So when it came to Kwame, you know, it was just like, honestly, that's the one where I felt an immediate connection, immediately. Like, soon as he walked up and smiled, it was just like, oh, wait, what is this? Like, I was like, what is this, Jesus? What is going on? Like, I'm so serious. And that is the reason why he got multiple dates, because I really did feel it. He was calm. He was just the right balance of calm and energy, playful and mature.
Yeah, good banter. Yeah.
It was great. It was like a perfect mix, you know. And I mean, it didn't hurt that he was fine.
He is a fine brother. Very, very fine brother. He's a good-looking guy.
But maybe. No, let me say.
He from the Ghana country, so he must be fine. So obviously, yeah, I mean, you guys really did connect, and we saw you really kind of, I guess, get to have some freedom and I say freedom because the proponent of the whole show, I don't understand how the dating works with the therapy thing, but I like the fact it's therapy. So yeah, no. But we're here, isn't it? We're here. I'll take what I gotta take. Yeah. But obviously, yes, this is part of the process. So um I I think obviously watching the dynamics between yourself, Hollywood, and everything else. I think watching Hollywood's reaction to Kwame was slightly different to the rest of the guys, and I think it's not just because of Kwame. I think it's because of yourself. Yeah. So I think as men, when we see that you are, and he did this. Well, you talk about in the first 5 years when he was doing the proposal stuff, the push and the pull stuff, which is that when you realize someone's pulling away, that someone else tends to then try to pull you back. Yeah. And I think what he was seeing here was a genuine, let's say, connection that was happening between yourself and Kwame. And I think that intensifies maybe his particular position, because he was very vocal, about how people go on multiple dates and they're basically cheating. How did you take that when he said that was the multiple dates and that was cheating? I mean, because this is a process. Y'all signed up for the process. So
why do you think that this is cheating? But I really, honestly, no lie, I felt like that was a intimidation tactic. That was a manipulation tactic. It was something to deter me from doing it, because it was something he said off camera at the house when I decided that I wanted to go on a second date with Kwame. And because I know, how you can recognize somebody trying to manipulate you, you're just like, I'm about to go through this. Because if you had somebody, because he actually said, if I had somebody, I'd definitely go on a second date. Okay, so because you haven't, you don't want me to do it. He didn't want me to be first to do it. That's the thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
And so because I know you're trying to manipulate me, no, it's not going to work, brother. It's not going to work. And so, yeah, when he said it, I was like, whatever. And then when he went on the second date, I'm like, oh, so it's not cheating? It's not cheating? Oh, okay.
I do love me some Hollywood. He is funny, man.
He is funny, but it gets disgusting, because it's just like, sir, it's like, he is really one of these people where he does not understand it until he does it.
How does it? Okay.
Yeah, until it's done to him or he's doing it. Oh, that's what you were talking about. And I'm like, sometimes I don't want to have to break that down. I want you to just be like, you know what, rationally. Like, it's been 9 years. A new date is refreshing. Like, I ain't got to be thirsty because it was refreshing for a new date.
I get that. Would you say, in all honesty, would you say that you enjoyed the dates more with Kwame? And this not, I mean, I know you connected. So aside that, I'm talking about the little thoughts that we get in our minds. Did part of you think to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna enjoy this because you need to learn, and I'm gonna kill two birds, one stone. I don't know. I'm just putting that. Was there a part of your mind that was like two birds, one stone? Because I genuinely do like Kwame and I do connect with him.
Yeah.
But this also can supply a second need, which is that you need to learn a lesson. I don't know. I'm just kind of putting it out there.
Honestly, it wasn't.
Okay.
No lie. It was not like that. Never crossed my mind. But I did say it. I was like, because in my head at first, when I was doing it, I was like, you said you wanted to see other people, but it wasn't with Kwame. That was just with the dating period. When he handled like, what? We going on dates with other people? Like, I felt like, this is what you asked for. You said you wanted to date other people. So guess what? Now you get to do it and I get to do it. But going on dates with Kwame so much, no, I didn't think about that at all. Honestly, it was really the connection that drew me to do that. I did not want to hurt Al. Hollywood. I did not want to hurt him. I call him Al. I don't call him Hollywood. So I did not want to hurt him. Like, that was the thing. And even watching it back, no lie, that's the thing that hurts me. Like, when I see him hurt, like when I see like things really affecting him. At the time, I was so like in my feelings that I was like, I'm normally not selfish with I'm not normally selfish. I normally think about him. So, but watching, I'd be like, oh, I didn't want him to be hurt like that. But really, I was like, you making it hell at the house. I just need to get out of this house. And Kwame is the vehicle that is gonna get me out of this house. So let's go.
Yeah. I hear that. There's a question here that says, why go on multiple dates with him if you have no intention of leaving him? I mean, I think I know why, but they asking you the question. So.
Well, it's not that I have no intention on leaving with him, because you never know. Maybe I did pick Kwame. Hello.
Showing over.
The thing is, you go on multiple dates because I was doing the direction of the counseling, and Dr. Nicole said, don't go on any dates multiple dates if you don't have a connection. And that's why I didn't choose any of the other guys to go, because that was not my intention. I'm just not going to be. I'm gonna be intentional about this process. And the thing is, I did have a genuine connection with Kwame, so I was like, well, I'm going, and I was going because y'all don't get it. This boy was giving me hell at the house. Like, it was horrible, and I was to the point where I'm not going to allow you to just mess up my experience. What we've been doing. I've allowed you to have your way for so long, and it hasn't gotten me anywhere. So let's try something different. Yeah, I know it hurts and it's uncomfortable, but growth normally is. So guess what? Let's go for it. You want it? Let's do it.
I like that. What would you say is the hardest part of the process for you that you've had so far?
The hardest part of that process is I think by nature sometimes I can be really indecisive with a lot of things. And the hardest part for me is making decisions like without having enough time. Like, I feel like I'm an overthinker. So I think about a lot of stuff over and over and over and over again. And I think this process, it did give me a lot of clarity. It did. It gave me a lot of clarity, but I struggle with making a right decision versus a wrong one. Not like, I think everything is either live or die. Like,
yeah,
not necessarily like it's just a decision. You can change your mind. Like, I don't think like that. I be thinking if I do this, then it's all over. Like, and so, for me, this show really did give me clarity. It did. It gave me clarity. I just wanted to use it in the way that like, honestly, I'm not lying. I'm in this spot even now where I'm like, if God wants me to have it, He wants me to have it, regardless if I go right or left. If it's mine, it's mine. And I only want what God wants for me. So if it's Hollywood, if it's not Hollywood, if it's Kwame, if it's not Kwame, if it's whoever, then that's what I want at this point.
Appreciate that. What would you say was the best moment of the experience so far?
The best moment. Now, see, you dirty, because the stuff is not the best moment so far.
I want to sued.
What?
I don't want to get sued. Okay. So far.
Right. So far, honestly, I like activities. So my best time I think I had was going skating. My days were fun. Like, I ain't lying. My days were super fun. I had buku fun like the whole time. I love skating. I love to be active, and I had a good time with it.
I don't know. I've got a few more questions, and we're almost concluding. I say a few. One more, two questions.
That's it. People ain't got no real questions for the kids.
I mean, the questions. You know what? I need some deeper questions. To draw you out. You know what I'm saying? We need to draw you out. You know what I'm saying? Because all the questions are all here is like, are they actors and stuff like? I'm not. I haven't got.
The thing is this. Listen, I act. That's just what I do. That's what I love to do. I'm creative.
I'm an actor too, so
right. The thing is, but does that mean that I don't have a real life? That I don't have issues? You see people that's like Taraji. She's an actress, and she had to come out and say, I left my fiance. Like, we're not even together anymore. The thing is, people go through real things. That does not mean I'm acting. And that's why I go live after every one of these shows I started doing. I wish I would have done it from the beginning, because I want people to get a piece of me. I want them to really talk to me, see how I am. This is really how I am. I put stuff up. I do little clips, little skits I be doing, because that's the kind of stuff that I like to do. Like, the thing is, that does not mean my life is not real. That does not mean when I cry on there that I'm acting. I'm not. This is my real life, y'all. Like, I'm so serious. This is my real life. I started this journey with Hollywood when I was 29 years old. Okay, I'm 39.
What?
I mean, I'm 23. I'm sorry.
Girl, what? Are you serious?
Yes. I'm saying, what do I have? Like,
you look over 24, 25.
That's why I love you.
I can't believe it.
This is what I love you.
Go on. Sorry, I interrupted. Go on, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the thing is, this is my real life, and I want people to know that. People are always going to have something to say, but seriously, this is real. This is real. I'm not faking, and that's why I say I like to give y'all me. Like, that's why every time I cry, it's gonna be real. That's why I don't want you to make me cry now. So come on, next.
Okay, for you,
Hmm.
what would it take
Hmm.
for what would it I guess I don't know if you can answer this. What would it take for you to enter marriage now? What do you need to see from Hollywood? Because I think there was a scene in the car where you guys were having a little bit of an argument there, and you were just, and I was like, you were just explaining what he needed to do, and then he was like, I already know what to do, and I was like, no, you don't. This is why
Right.
we're here. Don't interrupt, bro. You don't know, like,
Right.
what do you feel like you need to see from Hollywood
I
to
need
make that step?
I need consistency. I need your words and your actions to line up. I don't need you to be, I need you to be stable. I need you to sit here and say what you want and stand on it, period. I don't care which way it goes. I don't care if it's like I don't want it or I do want it. I need you to stay still and be stable because that I don't need this. That's not that like that is not no, that's gonna push me even farther away and I don't want it. I need you to say this is what I want, regardless how much I'm hurting and this process is painful. I'm still gonna be here. I love you. I need that. I need consistency. I need emotional and mental maturity. I need it. I need you to allow me to be able to be vocal about
Mm,
things that I need and that I want in this marriage. And I need you to be mature enough to handle that. My question is he does he have that capability? And that's what I struggle with. In all honesty, I struggle with that. Because I feel like I'm giving you all of me. And I feel he's giving me all of him. But the thing is, at some point, is it enough? You know, what
mm,
you have, is it enough? And I understand some things, dealing with his mom and the issues that he had with that could have stifled a lot of his growth, you know. But I want you to get help from it. Like, get some counseling, like, besides Dr. Nicole,
mm.
you know. So, yeah, if I can get that, then I would be ready to go. So we'll see if he.
Does that? Mm.
Pray for me, Jesus.
I'm gonna be praying for you, girl. There's one question there. I don't know if you can answer it. I always say this. I don't know. It says, does your family or friends feel like you should stay with Hollywood or move on?
Mm, 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 mm.
I don't know if you can answer that, but
Netta S. Let me tell you something. No, it's not.
girl.
Listen, I think it's okay. This is the thing. My family and friends, they hate to see me cry. They hate to see me go through what I've gone through. They know my struggle. They know what I've dealt with and endured for these 9 years. And so my people just want me to be happy. And they feel
Mm,
he's not the one to do that if he can't get it together. And if he keeps showing out, like they hate that. They hate that turn up that he does, that yelling, that cursing, that aggression. They hate it. So at this point in the episodes, they're not necessarily Team Hollywood.
mm. I can understand that.
And that's because of me. They want me to be
The
happy.
best for you
Yeah, they want the best for me. They don't want no man that's acting like he wanted, don't want it. And then they see you making sexual innuendos
on the dates.
on every single date, Jesus.
Mm,
Like, that is
the ball
embarrassing.
hit
I'm
your face.
like, sir, my mom is a minister. You talking about you ain't never had balls in your face? Hello, do you really think she gonna be excited about that? Like, I just got off the phone, my mom. Right before I started talking to you. She was like, "Why does he do that?" I'm like, "Mom, I don't know." Like, you act like I was on a date. Don't blame me. So yeah, stuff like that, and then yeah, no.
I hear that. I hear that.
Oh,
I'm going to have a question from Bailey Marie.
mm.
Has the perception of others and comments you've gotten from viewers changed your outlook on your relationship with Hollywood and the decisions you've made thus far?
Mm, not really. I realize everyone has opinions, and I get them from the whole gambit. Like, I get the full spectrum, and I take in what people say. And some people, you can tell they have really good intentions, and they'll give me advice. But I try to not allow that to sway me in any way. I take
Mm,
that advice, and I'm so serious, y'all. Like, prayer is the thing that I just been doing even after the show, even though y'all see up to a certain spot, I still take this thing very seriously. And I don't really let people sway me. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, be with him. He love you. That boy don't want nobody but you. And I'm thinking like, yeah, but y'all ain't hear all that other stuff he was saying outside of the camera. So, like, I'm not listening to, you know what I'm saying? Um, So yeah, nah, it really doesn't affect me because I see it all. I
Mm.
see it all. It does not. But I appreciate it though. Like I try to respond to everybody. Like when they come on my Instagram or they find me and they do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, I just be like, oh, thank you, because I appreciate people that take out their time to give me their opinion. But you know,
I like that. Got another question from Carla Cooks. Says, do
hello.
you think because of how he was, I'm guessing Hollywood, how he was raised with his mother, that he has the ability to develop emotionally for you?
Mm.
Has the ability to develop? Mm.
See, and that's Carla. That's the thing that the struggle with at this point in the show. You know that I had to realize. I mean, of course, I've heard the stories about his mom and their relationship, and I always used to tell him like, I know that this is the reason why you are the way you are in a lot of instances. And he used to be like, Nah, that has nothing to do with it. Nah, and I'm just like, well, you crazy if you think it doesn't. But that is why I'm really stressing. Even for me, I would like to go to therapy and get some stuff talked about and stuff like that. But I think that if he lets that ego go, like the ego comes up so much in this whole season, like his ego will just like, and it comes up, and I feel like if he decides to really put that to the side and get help that he needs and really be transparent and be real with himself, like stand in that mirror and stand and look at the person he is, I think he can do it. My only thing is I don't know if he will do it. And that's the part that hurts me because I see his potential. That man could be an amazing husband. For real.
Mm.
Look, only time will tell if I give him that opportunity or not. Okay?
I hear that. I hear that. Sis, I hear you. Listen, do you think I ain't gonna say?
Right.
I ain't saying that. I am Connie says, knowing what you know now, would you have entertained Hollywood so quickly a month into the relationship? Mm.
um
I mean, you can plead the fifth if you want to plead the fifth, girl.
know what I know now, girl, I would have been like, deuces. No, let me stop. He's a good man. He's a good man. I don't think I would have wasted enough, like all of the time that I did. And I
Mm.
won't say waste. I just don't think I would have given him as much time as I gave him. But yeah, no, in that month, I ain't lying, girl. He got me good, girl. He got me good, girl. I would have been like, I'm sorry. I love you, but no, bye.
And these questions are coming in thick and fast for you, girl. You said you wanted questions, now they're coming
Come
in
on,
for you.
come on. Good.
Someone said here, are you capable of leaving Hollywood on the show if you fall in love with Kwame?
Oh,
Kwame.
you got the minerals. No,
You got the minerals, baby.
next.
You plead the fifth?
I'm leaving the bit. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all
Okay. No worries.
gotta watch. I cannot.
Go watch the next shows.
Y'all
No
saw that.
worries.
Y'all saw that preview for that next episode. Kwame
It
said
looks fire.
he set me up. Hello. He said, "Go ahead."
Don't say NDA, NDA. Mrs. Foley once said, Ashley, are you going to get enough? Going to get enough and want out eventually? So do you stay? I'm guessing, is there a time frame
Oh.
to how long you would stay to see if there's going to be a change from Hollywood? Is there a time limit for you? Is there a time frame?
I don't know. We have to see. I really can't answer this question because we don't know what my decision is at the end of the show. So I reserve the right to answer this at a
That's
later.
a plead the fifth. I like that. Good answer, guys. Listen, I don't want lawsuits, guys. These questions, some of them are lawsuits. This is
Y'all
why I
want me to
don't.
play this show, and I don't think y'all really want me to do that. Don't y'all want to watch and see what happens?
No, they don't. They
Right.
want me to get killed with you alongside you, and I have just started my career, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not getting food for y'all.
I don't want my head in the pike. Okay, Oprah is real. Jennifer Jennifer Lee says, what areas in her life that she thinks she would want to address to make her a better person or choose better in life? Oh, okay. So, what areas in life that you think you'd want to address to make you a better person?
Um, Honestly, that's why I feel like I want to go to therapy to kind of explore that because I feel like I know I'm not perfect. I know
Mm,
and I have things to work on, but at this moment, I don't know. Maybe like why I would stay in something like that. Like what would make me sit and feel like that's okay? Like to kind of deal with that. Like what was I thinking about? You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I'm just saying why I care about what my family would think enough for me to sit into something like that. Or I don't know. Hmm.
Okay. Mm. Let's take one more question. Little Miss Rosie 87 said, "What is a deal breaker you have realized since the show?" That's a
Mm.
good question. That's a good question. See that one? No NDA is possible. It's a good question.
Well, there was something that I told. There was a deal breaker since the show that I actually on the show actually I told him Dr. Nicole stressed the point of renegotiating. Sometimes in a relationship, you allow certain things, but sometimes you got to renegotiate. You got to let them
Yeah.
know what you're going to take and what you're not going to take. And I got to the point where that I'm about to leave. I'm going. I'm doing this. That was a deal breaker for me. And I got to the point after next episode. I don't know if they'll show that, but I did tell him if this is something you tell me one more time that you're good with me leaving, or I can go, or you're done with it, you're getting your wish. So that was a deal breaker, definitely. That I was just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
Mm.
You say it one more time. I don't care how many times. I don't care what's the circumstances. But if you say it, you're getting your wish.
The audience want to know what your fitness and health regime is.
Okay. Well, listen. I work out 6 times a week. I haven't done it
Yeah.
this time
What?
to the weather. I know. I do virtual. I do a virtual with these like the gym that I used to go to in Houston, and they still do the virtual since since COVID and everything. And so um, I do that 6 times a week, an hour a day, and I kind of eat what I want because
You work out so much.
right, exactly, and
Mm.
that's why I work out because I like to eat. I love sweets, I love bread, and so yeah, y'all can join me. Like y'all hit me up. Look, I'll let y'all know what I do. Y'all get the membership and come join me on virtual every day except for Sunday.
Mm. There is one question actually that someone's asked. One actually wanted to ask: does Dr. Nicole give you? I know we see it a little bit, but did she give you guys a lot of one-to-one counseling as well behind the scenes as well, or is it
Not
more just
a
together?
It wasn't a lot.
Okay.
But she did. There was times where she came over and she'll say, "Okay, Hollywood, you go talk to Ashley, then talk to you, stuff like that." I don't know if they're gonna show it. Maybe the next one. Maybe I'm not sure.
Mm.
Um, but it wasn't a lot. We did
Okay.
some the girls, like we had the girls with Dr. Nicole, the guys with Dr. Nicole. We did a one-on-one. We did the couple. But like I said, they haven't really been able to show it, and you can't really get into it like talking about it.
Mm.
Have some time, but even with that, like one of the times, like from one of my sessions, she would say certain things, and I'm just like, "What? That ain't me." Like she'll be like, "You seem angry," and I'm like, "Angry? Like I'm not an angry person. Like y'all seem, I'm bubbly." I'm just like, "Lady, what is you talking about? Like,
That ain't me.
that ain't me. Like who are you looking at?" And I was like, "But I am a matcher of energy. That's my thing.
Mm.
You give me, I'm gonna give you rah rah rah. Like that's,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? But it's we didn't have that much like that.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as I would have liked."
Fair enough. That makes sense. Someone did ask, are you afraid of being alone?
Hmm. I'm not afraid of being alone. I think sometimes it gets to the point where, I'm afraid of being lonely,
Mm.
not necessarily being alone.
Mm.
I mean, being with somebody for 9 years just to think,
This is real.
yeah, it's a long time. And I think with that comes an attachment that you have to kind of get out of. You're used to a person being around you all the time. I'm not afraid of being alone. I actually sometimes I like it. I like my quiet. I like not having nobody to talk to, nobody have to cook for, nobody have to do any of that. But being lonely is a different thing. That does scare me.
Mm.
I don't want to be lonely.
Do you have siblings then?
I do. I'm the youngest of 11. But I have tons of siblings. No, I'm
How
not
many?
like him. Yeah, 11. Yes, I'm the youngest. Exactly. My daddy was popping. You hear me?
11. How was that like?
No, but see, no. Okay, so I have to make it clear. My dad was 16 years older than my mom.
Okay.
Okay. They were both married before they married each other. My dad
Oh,
had 8 kids with his previous wife, and that's including outside children. And my mom had two. They came together and had my sister and myself. So all of my siblings are pretty much like way older than me. Like I have nieces and nephews that are older than I am. Like
mm.
so I grew up in a household with 3 siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. So I didn't grow up in a household with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
I
I was
know.
thinking 11. I was like,
And no,
wow.
no.
You was
My dad,
taking it back to Africa, boy. Them times there, boy.
yeah, no.
Doo-doo, doo-doo. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Wow. Okay. Okay. So you had your childhood was quite filled. You had the siblings around you, you had cousins and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So you was vibing.
You know,
Wait, where and you grew up in New Orleans?
uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
Say New Orleans. I'm gonna need you to say New Orleans.
Is it New what?
New Orleans.
Is it New Orleans?
Yes, thank you. Don't say New
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Why is it not New Orleans?
It's not, and you know what's so crazy? Because there's a parish, out there, instead of saying counties and stuff, it's parish out there in Louisiana. And it's Orleans Parish, but it's New Orleans when you say it. So
New
yeah.
Orleans. Well, I feel like I'm feeling like my whole accent comes out when I have to say that word New Orleans
Yeah,
because
they
it's making
go
me roll the R.
together. But it's not an R. Say it as an AW. New Orleans. New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
There you go, New Orleans. Now you come home to New Orleans and you feel like you're part of the people.
Man, I bet these guys will laugh at me, boy, because the way I pronounced that, I was Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure I'm at Orleans. Okay, cool. All right. Is there anything that this is the last question from me. Is there anything that didn't get shown on the show that you would want us to know? It doesn't have to be pipe and tea. We're not looking for that, but you know, is there anything on the show? Never.
That I wanted y'all to see. I wanted y'all to see how really the behind the scenes of how he was really acting. Like that's something that I really wanted y'all to see. Because I think it led into I mean, it was a lot of my frustration. Like I don't think people, I mask it well. But like you said in that last session, you could kind of see it on my face. Like I was just like, nope, I ain't really smiled the whole time. I was looking like, dang, my face was so sour the whole time. Like, why was I looking like that? But I knew why. And I just wish they would have shown more of that because I want y'all to really see what it is. Don't think that, oh, he's choosing me and I'm not choosing him. It made it appear like I only want my girl and I want to just be like, bye, hey, Kwame. Like, it's not like that. Like he wanted to do this experience, because it was free hall passes. He just couldn't get his foot, So that would probably be like one of the only things that I really wish that y'all could see, that, the hell that he really was giving me. And I was just trying y'all and be like, she is a saint for dealing with him.
I hear that. I actually hear that.
Saint Ashley. That's what I need you to call me from now on, Saint Ashley.
Saint Ashley, yeah. So you're making my accent even kind of out. Saint, I was almost American. Saint Ashley. Why did I say that? I don't know why I said it like that. To be honest,
because you're talking to me, it comes out.
Yeah, I know. That's what happens. So I want to say thank you for joining us because you've been very open, and like I said, this for me is the more enjoyable kind of conversations because we get to talk about relationships and go a bit deeper into them. And you've been very open and very frank, and you've discussed your heart, and that for me is a big thing. And I can't wait to watch the rest of the show, and to review as we go on. I'm sure we'll probably get you back, when you guys actually film the reunion, when you get it done. I'm sure we'll have you guys back on here to like talk some more because I'm sure some things will probably happen in that time.
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to come back. Like I said, I watched every review and I felt like a lot of things that I couldn't verbalize, you would say it, and it's like you spoke to my heart. No lie. I'm so serious. Every time. Because I would always get on the reviews and
I know you used to keep
crazy because I would make him watch it. Like when we be around, I'd be like, no, you need to listen. Rewind, because this is exactly what I'm saying. This brother gets what I'm saying. Like you really would, like, seriously, you felt my heart. And I felt like a lot of the things, even if they wouldn't show you, it was like you could see it. And it meant a lot. Like I ain't even gonna lie. It meant a lot because you would be honest. And I love that. And so I appreciate you for even doing these reviews and having me on here. And everybody that's watching, like seriously, I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. And feel free, y'all can come to my Instagram. I am Very nice. Listen, don't come up there bashing me, okay? Because I know they got some Team Hollywood people feel like I'm doing this man dirty. Y'all need to know I'm not doing him dirty.
Yeah, they have got a lot of Team Hollywood, so
They
just
do?
watch out for them.
So what is it? Is it more Team Hollywood, Team Kwame? I think it's more Team Hollywood.
It's Team Kwame. I'm so sorry. If I'm honest with you, I think the comment section will tell you they are Team Kwame. Guys, they just want you to be gone.
Really?
Okay? They want you gone. I think people appreciate Hollywood, but they want
Yeah.
you gone.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
honestly, I appreciate that because in that, I feel like they're Team Ashley, you know? So,
Mm.
they want what's best for me. And I appreciate that. And that's the kind of people that I love on my team. That's the kind of people I appreciate that comes to my Instagram. Also, if y'all on Instagram, make sure y'all follow me. Creole One Queen is the same thing.
Come on now.
Hello. But yeah, I feel like people that come on there, they'll say the same thing. And he did it to himself. And that's the thing, he did it to himself. I didn't do it.
He sold himself down a river. That's what you're trying to tell us, basically.
What?
He sold himself down a river, basically, what you're
I mean,
saying.
he did because he went too hard. He went too ham. And you supposed to go ham when you propose, my G. Hello. Not
Yeah,
when you other.
they're putting Team Kwame here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't
It's
seen one
fine.
Team Hollywood. So sorry.
I want to see.
Hollywood, they want you and Kwame to be written in stars. Someone said. So listen, I'm just gonna let you know. I think they do appreciate Hollywood, but I think they want you to go to Gollywood now for Ghana. Hollywood. So you know, you know.
Kwame. Oh my
Wait,
God.
someone says here you sing. Do you sing?
I do. I do.
I'm resisting the temptation to do what people do to me, which is, so can you sing a song then?
That's all. I'm telling. Yeah, I have like on my YouTube. I sing. I
Yeah.
like covers all the time. But I stopped for a while because it kind of shifted. But yeah, and I sing on my Instagram too. Like you didn't check out none of my stuff.
I didn't see the singing part. I didn't see the singing part.
I'm gonna have
You need to send me that send me local videos. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I'm gonna have to send you some videos so you can see.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
some little.
Mm, mm. Listen,
Listen,
now, I'm gonna get you to sing the intro then, because then I'm gonna put it on my channel from now on. Then, so we'll talk after.
I got you. Like, listen, when I finish this tea and I
Hmm.
get all the way clear, I got you. I got you. Yes, I do sing. Thank you for whoever checked me out. That means y'all was checking me
They're checking you out. Trust me, they're doing more than checking you
out.
out. All right. Guys, it's been amazing. It's been beautiful. Like I said, I really enjoyed this conversation because it's really been a conversation. And I want to appreciate you as well, Ashley, again, for being on here and being so open and frank. So
Yeah.
we will see you after the reunion, because when y'all film that and finish, I want to be able to interview that when we get to see that on the screen. So
Yes.
we'll drag that up. You know what I'm saying? We'll drag that up. But for
Yes.
the rest of you guys, go on, guys.
No, I was about to say, yeah, definitely. And also, too, I'm so curious to hear about your review for next week's episode. And listen, we're going to have the debate next week, okay? Because this is what I'm saying. I think it was a pineapple exchange. People think it's a pineapple kiss, okay? I think it's an exchange. It's just one fruit exchange,
I'm gonna let you know right now. Kiss, exchange, they all the same. Lips were too damn close.
No, it's not.
People's lips are way too close. Okay, lips are way too
But
close.
blame him. Don't blame me.
I hope no. I know I'm blaming him. He's a Kwame, so of course he will do that. You're just lucky. You're lucky you didn't get a Kofi. That would have been
A
the end
who?
of you. A Kofi. Yeah, he's a Friday born. You would have been finished. Kwame's a little bit cheeky, but if you got a Kofi, why? You better watch out
Oh
for that
my
one.
God. That is so hilarious.
You better watch out for that one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Coaches are good. We're normally rich, so
Okay.
we're making our way there. So any of you ladies out there looking for a rich February, that's not me, because I'm not there yet.
But listen, fellas.
Hmm.
I might be. Y'all don't know. Y'all gotta wait to see. So make sure y'all, hit me up on Instagram. Like I said, it's CREOLE, the number 1 queen. Make sure y'all hit me up and let me know what y'all think.
Listen, guys, if you're hitting up in the DMs, make sure you come with more than 50%. Don't come on here saying 50%, okay?
You
Y'all
hear
seen
me?
how that ends.
You hear
Y'all
me?
seen how that ends.
Hello. You
Ashley,
are a
thank you.
joy. Thank you so much. I feel like I know you. Look.
Oh, we do know each other now,
Yes.
and I appreciate you. You hear me? Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. And Ashley, thank you again once more.
Thank
Audience
you.
members, we will see you tomorrow. We're on here again, 7:30. And then we're
Mm,
back here with Brian from Ready to Love. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying. All right, cool.
mm. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. And we'll see you soon, baby.